Welcome to an early May garden on the Best Garden channel on YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about the garden, just kind of doing a quick early spring tour of the garden. And before we do that, I want to just say thank you, everybody. We've hit yet another subscriber milestone. We're up to 5,000 subscribers. So if you look back at the last seed giveaway that we had at 4,500 subscribers, I'm going to give the same seeds out to another 2 people. I know I actually am just sending this weekend the ones from the last one, so it was a very quick jump as people are getting ready for the gardening season. They're subscribing, and I really appreciate it, everybody. So I'll be sending out the seeds. We'll do another giveaway at 6,000 subscribers, and so I hope you continue to follow with me. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. But for the giveaway today, just comment below. Maybe what you're excited to be growing this year would be a good thing to put in the comments, and I'll select 1 week from today, or actually it'll probably be on Saturday that I post the video next week. So on next Saturday I will put it up, so get your comments in by the end of the day on Friday night, and in fact let's say midnight Saturday morning. Get your comments in by then, and we'll do a selection of 2 subscribers. Now what I'm looking at here is actually my strawberry plant, and this one is a Tresca strawberry that I started from seed, and it sent off runners last year, and now it's got those strawberries going. I'm pretty excited for it. This is an alpine strawberry plant. They're very tiny, not very durable strawberries, but they're extremely sweet and delicious. Here is another strawberry plant that I started from seed last year, or not started from seed, started from roots last year. I forget the name of it. I'll have to go back to a video I shot but never put up about planting the strawberries to remember which one was right here. There's going to be a day where I'm trying to figure out what strawberry plants I planted where. So this video is just basically a diary journal to remind me of that. Here I have alpine strawberry that I originally started from seed. It looks like the plant could just keep kind of growing if I let it. It has very small strawberries that are quite good but aren't durable at all. This here is a Tresca strawberry, also started from seed. I planted it last year and it got a green strawberry, but it didn't ripen before the winter. Now it's got runners shooting out, and I hope to dig up those runners and plant them along right on this edge, so I have a row of Tresca strawberries. Now I ran out of space for early glow, which should be my early season June bearer, and so I'm planting 2 of them right here and 2 just to the side of the alpine strawberry here. So I kind of have a split row. At the top of this side of that split row, I have the extra plants that I couldn't fit of both the Mara des Bois and the, well, let's remind myself, San Andreas. So if I recall, this thing that's right now just kind of a root here is my San Andreas, and this would be the Mara des Bois. And then this is my row of San Andreas here, and if you notice, they're all leafing out now except for that one, which is about to. And this is my Mara des Bois, which has a couple leafed out, and then no signs of life on this one back here yet. So I might transplant the successful Mara des Bois here if it doesn't go. But that one's starting to leaf out, so I think I'm optimistic about that. Then I get into my everbearers. And the first of my everbearers is Record, which is in a row here. And as you can see, nothing's really leafed out on it yet. And then after Record comes, can I do it from this side? No, I've got to go around and look at the label. After Record comes Mayflower, which obviously sets flowers in May, I would guess. And then Jewel and Cabernet over here. Now, the ones that are established in between the Jewel and the Cabernet are ones that are transplants from my mother's garden, which were supposed to be some sort of a gigantic June-bearing strawberry. So she got a good production this year. They weren't gigantic, but they were tasty. So that's what I've planted. And additionally, except for the two everbearers, which I had that one separate row for, I've put all the June bearer extras, since I could only fit 4 across and keep them well spaced, and I had 5 of each plant. The extras went in this pot here that I'm hoping will sprout out. So that's a rundown of all the strawberries. I'm going to go ahead and get those early glows planted, and now I have a record of where everything is. And then there's another strawberry plant there that is from last year, roots as well. And then I've got a couple more that are from plants this year, live plants that I got from Baker Creek. The name exactly escapes me. I'll try to put it down below. And then here are, I think they were Old North Sea strawberry plants. And then these were, I think, called Big Whopper strawberry plants. I actually got them out of my mother's garden. So they're all flowered out very well, and you can actually see we've got a green strawberry that is forming there. And some on there too. So pretty exciting. My oregano continues to flourish. In many ways, the oregano may be the strongest crop in my garden. It's a nice perennial that's always very lush. You do see I've got some weeds growing in it, and I think weeds are a bit of the story of my garden at this point. I really do need to spend a day getting everything extremely cleaned up because I've got so many weeds. And you know, I had a commenter on one of the videos just say, I'll enjoy my garden a lot more if I clean up some of the stuff. And it was a little embarrassing, but there's some truth to it. I really do need to clean everything up. And so it was well taken advice, and so I do need to do that. Here over here I've got peas, and I think one thing that's really neat here is I've dug a hole there where I was actually just getting rid of some weeds, haven't filled it back in, but you can see how high our water table is. We've gotten just rain and rain and rain, so everything's pretty soggy out here. But I have the peas that are growing here. The weeds continue to be an issue. Here I obviously have run 2 strings here. I'm going to just keep adding strings as they grow up, and that's just some garden jute there that I made those strings out of. Next up, I'm pretty confident these are my purple coneflowers that are coming back this year, so I'm excited for them. They are beautiful flowers once they turn into the actual flower. And this is just the base of those plants. Here are my chives. These might give the oregano a run for being the most exciting or the strongest thing in my garden. I definitely enjoy them and get good use out of the chives, and they become so pretty when these purple flowers open up. So they're a nice spring addition to the garden, plus something you can use throughout the season to flavor things. And I really do like the flavor of chives. They're very versatile in the garden. I have a little eggplant that I've planted over here. It is in an area that is pretty wet, so hopefully it's not like rotting its roots. I have, if we look down in there, you can see these are actually some watermelons that I probably need to get transplanted soon. I'll probably get it done today or tomorrow. And this is also, I think, a watermelon that I'm going to need to get transplanted. Maybe I'll record a video of transplanting those and get it up too. Here are some varying tomato plants that I've already planted out in the garden. You can see this bed again has a lot of weeds in it that I need to pull. I've got a couple just like kind of volunteer, I'll call them. Basically, I probably left some bulbs or rounds or something in the garden, and I've got some garlic that has popped up behind the tomatoes I've planted here. So I definitely need to do some weeding in this garden. Here's the intentionally planted garlic, doing fairly well. So next up, I'm very excited about my berries this year. You remember several years ago I planted blackberries that I still haven't gotten any fruit from. I was going to hang them on this line here. See the line across. But I haven't had them really long enough to do it. This looks like it's probably getting about long enough I could pull that up and tie it off. So I'll probably do that. But I also got some additional berries. This is a red raspberry. This was supposed to be a yellow raspberry plant, but I don't see anything sprouting. And when I got this, its roots were pretty dry. There was no moisture even in the paper that was covering it, so I don't have high aspirations for that one. This here is supposed to be actually a white blackberry. Yes, it's called a blackberry, but it's actually white. I got it as a live plant from Baker Creek. And then over here is another of the blackberry plants I planted several years ago. I planted another white blackberry, but it looks like it's died. So I guess maybe I buried it a little too deep. I'm not quite confident of what the problem is. This is an area that gets a little bit more shade, but I don't imagine it's so much. It's just kind of an afternoon shade, a late afternoon shade. So I don't know for sure. I won't fully give up on it, but it looks like at least the leaves on it are dead. Maybe there's still going to be some growth that comes out of it, but I'm not hopeful. These are some bush tart cherries. I think they might be called Nanking. I had tried to plant some last year, but I did it too late in the season and they died in the summer heat. This year I got them planted early enough and they've sprouted out very well. These are a few blueberry varieties, and I have recorded where I actually was working on planting these a little bit, but I'm not sure if I've got my pH right yet, so I'm going to have to check the pH on it. Obviously there's some discoloration. These should be more green leaves and they're kind of a brownish purple, so we'll see. So there's blueberry plant there, another type here that has that problem as well, and then finally one here that has that problem as well. So we'll see. One more of those cherry plants here too. So I think that is a good preview of my garden. I do have some asparagus growing in another location, and obviously a bunch of tomatoes yet to go out and peppers yet to go out into the garden, and actually a lot of stuff yet to be planted in the garden. So that's where I am now. I've had some pretty busy weekends. Hopefully this weekend's going to be able to get a lot of that work done, but I'll keep you up to date. So remember to comment below if you're interested in participating in the giveaway, and stay tuned for more videos.